Y'all, I'm warning you, episode 9 is not for the weak. Because Chris said things that should have just stayed in his group chat. Like, genuinely, every time he opened his mouth, he made it worse for himself, for Jessica, for Connor, for everybody in that room. And by the end of this episode, y'all, it will have you feeling all of the things that I was feeling. I'm telling you now, if you thought it was bad before, stay with me till the end because it gets messier.
Kay Unscripted, no teens restricted. In this journey, watch our stories unfold.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. This is Kay Unscripted. I am your girl Kay, and today we're going to be breaking down Love is Blind Season 10, Episode 9. Child, there was so much happening in this episode. I had so many feelings and emotions, but before we get into this recap, please take a moment and like this video, share it with a friend, subscribe to the channel, and since you've done that now, go, let's talk. So we continue the conversation between Chris and Jessica. Chris is saying that sex is a big thing for him and that he thought he could get past it because Jessica is such a great person and he cares so much for her. But now he's saying that the more they're intimate, it doesn't feel good for him. Then he says he's been talking to someone for the past 2 days and thinking about what it would be like with that person. Come to find out, it's Bree he's talking about. He says that these are just thoughts in his head and that he wants to continue trying with Jessica. And I'm just like, trying what? Because if you're spending 2 days thinking about what it would be like with someone else, and that's also why you can't be intimate with me, then go be with her. What exactly is there left to discuss? He says that they have fun together, and Jessica is like, well, that can't be fun now. Are you serious, Chris? What did you expect her to say? Oh, yay, let's go explore and I'll sit here until you figure it out. Is that what you expected her to say? Are you okay? Jessica tells Chris that she was very upfront from the beginning about not being someone who goes to the gym every day, and now he's trying to make her feel bad about something she cannot control. And that's clearly because this man is insecure and he's trying to flip the script on her. She says that now she feels inadequate because he's gone from saying she's the best woman he's ever met to basically saying she's maybe not that. She tells him if her body isn't good enough for him, she's not about to sit here begging him to love her. And I know that's right. Now, let me tell you something, girl. Don't let any man make you feel inadequate. Please don't let him get into your head because he is projecting his insecurities on you. Maybe it's because you're taller than him and he's feeling less than. Maybe it's because you have a much better job than him. You probably make a lot more than him and he feels inferior, but that's on him. That is not on you. Jessica says in her confessional that she feels completely blindsided by Chris. She's hurt and disappointed, but one thing is for sure, she will be okay. She has had a wonderful life and she doesn't need any of this from a man, period. Okay? Meanwhile, Mr. Clown is talking about how he knows that when he gets to 90, you're not going to look the same, but he's not 90 and he wants to enjoy his life, and how he knew from the beginning that this doesn't work, that she didn't work out a lot. But he finally gets to the real reason as to why he's ending things with Jessica, and it's because of Bree. He wants to be with Bree. He thinks he could have been more attracted to Bree. He says that he's just expressing himself and he thought that he was able to do that with Jessica just to let her know some of the thoughts that he's having in his mind. But if Jessica doesn't like that, then it is what it is. And I'm just like, Chris, shut up. Just shut up. Next, we're at Bree and Connor's place. Now, every time Bree talks, it comes off like she's breastfeeding this man. They're talking about laundry. She's saying how he appreciates the finer things in life, as if laundry being done and the place being clean and neat means that he's actually enjoying the finer things in life. She's constantly making these slick remarks like he's incapable of doing anything, and you could tell that it bothers him. Connor, I'm gonna need you to speak up. Stop acting like these comments don't bother you when your face reacts every single time that she says these things to you. You cannot allow somebody to demean you and to speak down on you and to keep it in. You need to speak up. While they're cooking, Connor gets a text from Chris. Brie also gets a text from Jessica. We don't see the messages, but clearly something is brewing. They both know that Jessica and Chris have broken up, and I guess they're just reaching out to each other. Alex and Ashley are on a mini golf date, and Ashley looks happy again. And I'm like, girl, did you beg that man to have sex with you? Because why are you still there? Anyways, she talks about how she was sexually frustrated before and how her needs may have been met. Somebody give me this girl's father's number. I need to speak to him to tell him, come get his daughter, please. Up next, Amber is meeting Jordan's mom, Terry, and his sisters, Natalie and Jolene. And as soon as I saw Jolene, I started singing Jolene, 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 Jolene. I don't even know the rest of the words. I'm not going to attempt, but as soon as I saw the name, that's what came running from my mind. They brought Amber a gift, which was plants because apparently she loves plants, and that was really nice, right? Jolene asks about Amber's daughter and shares that she also has a 7-year-old son that calls Jordan the fun uncle. Jordan mentions that he met Emma's dad off camera and that it really went well. He also says he's nervous to meet Amber's daughter because he wants her to like him, but honestly, Jordan gives great vibes. I don't know why in my previous video I probably think I heard him say that they met, but it was actually Emma's dad. Since he's already the fun uncle, I don't see him having a hard time connecting with Emma at all. Up next, Devonte is making dinner for Brittany, and he says that the chicken is medium rare. I looked at him crazy because what? I have never heard that in my life. But while they're eating, they seem to be in a better place, and it seems like, okay, they're making some improvement, but I thought wrong because Brittany then opens up about not feeling secure in their relationship like she did in the pods. She says Devonte never tells her she's pretty and only compliments her clothes, which makes her wonder if he's even attracted to her. Devonte says that in Cabo he complimented her bathing suit, and when she pointed out that he doesn't call her pretty, he felt like she was forcing him to say it. He says it wouldn't feel genuine, and I'm like, so do you hear yourself? Devonte, did you just open your mouth to let these words out? Do you hear yourself? Now, Brittany, let me get on you for a minute because weren't you just saying he's a good man, Savannah? Weren't you just saying that to your friend, to your parents? Now you're saying you don't feel secure. Girl, what is wrong with you? Devonte said that he's been putting up walls because every time he feels like she's telling him to do something, basically saying that he doesn't want to do anything for you, but he's going to do it because you're asking him to do it. Now, instead of him being honest, he kind of flips it on Brittany and makes it seem like she's making an issue out of nothing. Devonte is clearly gaslighting Brittany. He's the kind of guy who you catch him doing something and he's saying that it's not him, while you have a video of him actually doing it and saying, you know what? It wasn't me that did it, but since you said I did it, well, whatever. Maybe it's me that did it. When you know for a fact that it's really him doing it. Then he tells her she should bring up her concerns differently instead of making the side comments. Brittany now says she needs to stop projecting insecurities from her past relationship. Baby, that is not what is happening here. That's not what it is. You do not feel wanted because this man does not make you feel wanted. This is not projecting. He is not showing you that he's attracted to you, that he wants you, he doesn't touch you, he doesn't initiate. He compliments your clothes, not you. He don't want you. Now, after all the discussion, he's now telling her, "Oh, you're so pretty. You have beautiful hair and your eyes. Oh my God, your smile is very beautiful. And I love your skin." Boy, take your lame compliment and go somewhere. Now it's 12 days until the weddings. Connor meets with Chris. Chris tells him that Jessica doesn't want to do this anymore and says the physical connection isn't there and he doesn't know if it can grow. Now here's where it's conflicting, because one moment he's saying that there is room for the physical to grow, and then he's also saying it's not going to grow. So which one is it, Chris? Because we know you're full of bullshit, and at this point you're just saying anything. He claims he's just expressing himself and wasn't saying that he was done with Jessica, but feels like she is, because she said she doesn't want to see him, she doesn't want to be around him. And I agree with her, because what else is there to talk about? Connor asks if Jessica actually said it or if he's just assuming. Chris says she pretty much told him she cannot be around him anymore. What's wild to me is that he's venting to Connor while actively thinking about Connor's fiancée Bree. He even tells Connor that he likes him and wishes things worked differently, all while leaving out the real reason things ended. This man is just trifling as hell. Up next, Ashley meets Alex's mom, and the lady came with a nice corset, and I'm like, okay, mom, okay. We see where Alex gets it from. Ashley points out that they're very similar because they both travel a lot. His mom says that experiences matter more than things. This is what she said, y'all. Ashley explains that she and Alex are considering Arizona or Florida and asks if she thinks Alex can settle down. His mom says she believes he can. We also finally learn what really happened with the water bottles. Alex was bothered that Ashley organized them in the kitchen. That was the issue. And I wish I was joking when I said that's what the issue was. His mom explains that Alex has finally mourned the loss of his soccer career. Ashley adds that if they do move, what Alex wants to do career-wise isn't even his passion. His mom gets emotional, saying that she wants him to coach because this is where his heart truly is. Now we know that man don't have a job, and at this point he's just going to say whatever that he feels sticks to appease Ashley, but we know she's onto him. When asked what Ashley had to overcome, she talks about leaving her last relationship and how it drained her. She said that she's not going to marry potential, and I don't know who she's trying to convince, because she's definitely with potential, and I hope she doesn't marry potential like she's saying. Up next, Mike meets Emma's family, and her mom comes with a whole notebook, y'all. She came to take notes. She asks where Mike fits into Emma's weaknesses. He says that he really grounds Emma, and Emma agrees. They talk about kids, and Emma finally admits, I feel like this was the moment she was truly honest about why she doesn't want to have kids. She said she doesn't have a maternal instinct. That honesty felt important to note. Emma's sister says that having kids to make a partner happy is terrifying. They had a whole conversation about it, and I'm glad somebody said it. Mike admits he absolutely wants kids. Emma's mom says no one should have to justify wanting or not wanting kids, and that she supports Emma either way. Now, the reason why it was concerning to the family is because Emma was so certain all before that she did not want to have kids. What I found funny too is that they never knew it had to do anything with her surgeries. So her kind of trying to make it seem like it was because of what she went through, her health situation, was kind of shocking to the family, when the real reason why she doesn't want to have children is because she just doesn't have a maternal instinct. And I feel like she should have just said that to begin with. The family expresses concern because Emma was always so certain she didn't want kids, and now she sounds like it's kind of an option and she's not really sure. Emma opens up about the emotional struggles she's had, having to go through the surgeries, and how she always felt different, which seems to surprise her family. And that was really telling. Either she had a really good way of masking it, or she's not really being honest. But when you look at Mike's face, he seemed so confused that her parents didn't know that she was feeling those things, and it feels like he's learning something about Emma that he really doesn't know. And I feel like he too is actually getting the truth about why Emma doesn't want to have children. Up next, Bree meets Connor's family. She connects with his mom since they're from the same area and talks about how electric their relationship was. She jokes that she didn't care if he was medium ugly. His mom asks about their living situation, how it's been for them, and Bree once again brings up teaching him how to do basic things. And at this point, we're tired. The girl just talks too much. She's annoying the heck out of me. She calls Connor a boy repeatedly and talks about how different their homes are. Yes, including the keg. Again, she just cannot help but to keep repeating that he has a keg in his house, that he has a frat house. She just cannot help herself because she just wants to demean the guy, wants to make him feel less than, wants him to look like he's beneath her. That's definitely what it's giving. She says that she's never had someone show up for her the way Connor does, and if it's not him, then it's no one else. Now let's remember that, okay? Just remember that part, right? Alex and Ashley talk about the mom visit. She asks if he wants to talk about his last relationship, and the way he talks about these relationships, it seems like a page from a book. Everything is just always a story when it comes to Alex. Ashley pretty much has to squeeze information out of him about those relationships, but he does say that he's still friends with his last ex, the travel nurse. But Ashley knew about the Chicago girl and the travel nurse. Apparently, he saw her, from what I gather, recently. He went to see her in Austin, I think, and he mentions that they hooked up. Now, that was in September, the last time he saw her. She says it feels weird because she has no ties with her ex. He says that this is just how it is, but if it's an issue for her, he can cut it off. Are you kidding me? The ex that you always hook up with every time you'll see each other, is that an issue? It's absolutely an issue, and she shouldn't have to tell you to cut it off. That is just inappropriate. Now he's talking about this other relationship, and clearly it's not adding up. Ashley's doing the maths in her head. You can tell that she's not really believing his story, because from what he said, he saw Austin girl in September, and then he had this other relationship in October. He's saying that there was no overlapping, there was no cheating, and it's just not making sense because that was just before he joined the show. Baby, the math ain't mathing, okay? He's going to have to do a better job with fixing his stories, because it's not making any type of sense. So everyone's meeting up. This is a moment where all of the cast come together and meet up at the bar, right? So all of the couples from the honeymoon are there. Then we see Vic and Christine who walk in, followed by Kia. She runs to meet the girls. They're all happy and excited to see her. Then we see Kevin, Kevan, whatever the hell his name is. He's also there. So the girls are together saying that they miss Jessica. And they're talking all the shit, right? Because they peep what everybody knows what went down already between Jessica and Chris. All of a sudden, Bree's there and she says, "Oh, by the way, Chris DM'd me," right? She was trying to act like she was looking at Chris side eye when he sent her a friend request, but she still accepted the friend request, right? And claims that he messaged her at 11 p.m. She kind of made it seem like, that was so inappropriate and that she showed it to Connor, but you could tell that she was enjoying the attention. She also told the girls that she told Connor to not make a big deal out of nothing, because Chris could just be spiraling because of the breakup between him and Jessica. Emma then says that she peeped that Chris bought his followers, and I'm like, what the hell? Not buying the followers. Now, the more they spill tea about Chris, apparently he went to a strip club. He posted it on his stories. He had a stripper sitting in his lap. Baby Amber was getting turned up, and the way she was calling him all kind of names, I'm like, oh, don't get Amber started, because she is not about to play with you, Chris. She is coming for your neck. Then we see Chris and his shot behind walking into the bar. Then we see Jessica, and of course all of the girls run to meet her. They're telling her, oh girl, look at you, you're looking perfect, your body is T, did you go to the gym, did you do Pilates? And they're talking so loud because of course they want Chris to hear. And I'm like, yes, snapping my fingers, yes. Chris had a convo and he's grinning over there with Jordan, saying, oh, I don't give a F. I don't give a flying F. And the amount of times he said that for the night, it was so annoying. Then we see Priyanka walking in. We didn't get to see too much of Priyanka, but Chris and Alex and Jordan are standing there. And as soon as they see Priyanka coming in, Alex is like, oh boy. And I'm like, oh boy, what is going on, right? So he tells us in his confessional that he knows Priyanka and that she is in his group of friends from Chicago. And that's a little bit strange to me, because Alex doesn't seem like the type who can have just a friend to friend relationship. So we're going to want to know more details about that. I guess we get to see that in the following episodes. But he also said that he didn't want to ruin the experience for Priyanka, and so they kept it under the wraps that they knew each other. But what I found to be a bit strange about this is he was acting like he didn't know Priyanka. It's like, is that is that her? No, I don't think that's her. You knew very well that was Priyanka. Now Jessica's filling the girls in on everything that went down between she and Chris. She shares that Mexico was great, but once they got back, they're having this conversation where he's asking her on a scale from 1 to 10, how would she rate their physical connection, and then says that he's used to someone who works out every day. She then says, oh, by the way, he also said he wondered what it would be like if he chose his number 2, and the girls are flabbergasted when they find out his number 2 was Brie. She said that she doesn't follow him, but people kept screenshotting him being at the strip club and doing the absolute most, sending it to her. Now, I love how Christine told her, girl, you know he has issues, right? And this has nothing to do with you, period. Please don't let that man think that you're the problem. He's the problem. That man is trifling. Now, y'all, it gets messier. He's in the bathroom. He's talking to Alex. And he's talking about, oh, Brie is so hot. And how once he saw her, he's like, yeah, I'm into her. I want to talk to her and I don't care how Connor feels. What is he going to do? Beat me? And I'm just like, does Chris think he's the prize? Did he also forget that he was mic'd up? And he and Alex, they're in the bathroom and they're cracking up, they're laughing loud, and I'm just like, ew. And now he walks up to Amber and Jordan and he's saying how he likes Jordan so much and how much of a great dude he is. Oh, by the way, Amber, everyone was saying that you're crazy and that you're too much. And he thought that she was perfect for Jordan. And I'm just like, I hate when people insult you and try to make it seem like they're complimenting you. I would have just walked out of that conversation, and I wish Jordan had stood up in that moment for Amber, but he didn't. But okay. But the way she was just blank looking at him when he said, I know you hate me right now. She's like, yeah, I do a little. She's like, yeah, I do. But guess what she said? Oh, you think you're going to get another hot doctor? Yeah. No, you won't. No, you won't. I'm just saying. And she walked out and I'm like, yeah, give it to him. Then he's saying, oh, I don't care about her status. I don't care about her job. I don't care about this. I don't care that. And if I hear him cursing one more time, I'm choosing violence for Jessica. He's saying a bunch of nothing, right? Or that he thought the physical can grow, how he feels nothing when they slept together, and he needs to feel something. He can't do this for the rest of his life. He says he's not going to force the sexual attraction. If it's not there, then he had the audacity to say that this was the worst he's ever had. And I'm just like, Chris, are you okay? Something has to be really wrong with your brain. Something is not connecting. Something is missing, because where did you buy your audacity? Who do you think you are, Chris? Because you done lost your damn mind. Then he's being extremely loud and talking about, oh, he wants to do something with the three of them, as in Priyanka, Ashley, and Brie, because that's who he was talking to. And the three of them are just over talking each other, just saying a whole bunch of nothing too. And I'm just like, why are y'all standing there entertaining this conversation to begin with, when y'all know what he did to Jessica? But of course, we know Bree's enjoying this, right? Because she needed a part 1, a part 2 with him, and she's about to have a part 3 with him, right? Because Priyanka and Ashley decide to go and have a chat with Alex, and so Bree stays so she can have a part 3 with Chris, which is what she's been wanting, you could tell, right? Because if she really didn't want to be friends with Chris, she would not have accepted that friend request on Instagram. Okay, now he starts talking crap about Connor, saying that he's too submissive. Oh, he's always washing the dishes. He's always cooking. He's always doing laundry. I'm not submissive. Connor is too submissive. Oh, I could turn it up a notch and Connor would not be in existence. This man really thinks he's the hottest commodity out there. And I'm just like, who died and left you in charge, Chris? Now, as to why Bree's standing there listening to him saying that, she's not even defending Connor, that's really telling to me that she is not that into Connor as she's saying. Because that man is saying Connor will never be enough for her. And that was so mind-boggling to me, because it's clear that she's loving all of the attention that he's giving to her. She's telling him that he's meeting her dad, and he's pretty much saying that Connor is not accomplished enough. He's not working hard enough. He's not worthy to meet her dad, because her dad should expect to see a real man, right? And I'm just like, Chris, how is that your business? You're not even a real man, because you're not even... Y'all, when I tell you, I was so pissed off at this man. Brie, why are you still standing there? Now, to top it all off, he finally just lets her know that he wants her. He wants to be with her. And how he said it to Jess as well. He let Jess know that he's interested in Brie, and that he regrets choosing Jess, because Brie is literally the girl he would want to propose to. So I guess, like I said, this is the part 3 she wanted. Just so disrespectful to her fiancé. But y'all, this is where the episode ends. I want to hear from you. How did you think about this whole conversation with Chris and all of the crap that he was saying? Please share all of your thoughts with me. Go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.